Hello everyone, Deb Floros, guest designer for Art Beads. This project is all about embellishing beads and looking for proportion in your design. These Euro wood beads were perfect for embellishing. I added some Crystal Lane flat back crystals with a crystal katana and GS Hypo cement. I covered my area so not to get any glue anywhere, and you do need to do this in a well-ventilated area. I dabbed on 3 dots of GS Hypo cement, and you need to pull the applicator tip away quickly because it does get stringy. I then placed each crystal onto the glue using the crystal katana, and they just look so beautiful. You can add 1 or 2 or as many as you'd like, and you'll see how I made a modification to these at the end of the video. I just used the tip of the crystal katana to move them around and get them just right. So I embellished all the beads that I needed, and then I selected some seed beads, size 11, and some beautiful crystal beads. And I used those to add in between my beautiful beads that are wooden and embellished. I then need a focal, and I decided to go with this 20mm column pendant. It's a prestige crystal piece. I fell madly in love with it, but I felt like it was too small in proportion for this design. So to make it bigger, or make it appear bigger, I created a little bit of a seed beaded frame with some 22 gauge wire. And I just wire wrapped those beads on, and then I created a wire wrap loop and attached it onto the necklace in the very center of the actual design. Now, I still felt like maybe that really wasn't a large enough focal to go along with the size of those wooden beads. So I went ahead, I really wanted to use that, but it was actually too big. So I decided to pick the number of beads for each side of my necklace and then create one more component or one more piece to my focal. I grabbed another piece of 22 gauge wire and strung on more of my embellished beads. I used the crystals in between, and then because this focal section has a need for additional length, I decided to use some of the seed beads. Now these are large hole beads, so I needed to fill the bead with the seed beads until I built up enough to actually add seed beads to either side of that frame. Then I decided how much I needed on each side, and I actually counted them using an awl. I made sure they were equal on each side of the frame. I wire wrapped loops at each end, and then I took the necklace apart and strung on that piece around my other focal. So now I have a proportionate focal for my necklace. I absolutely love how this necklace came out. It's super blingy, super fun, and I just used a simple lobster claw clasp and loop with French wire. It doesn't need anything fancy because the necklace is certainly fancy enough. I had so much fun making the piece. It's so beautiful, so blingy, so much fun. And guess what? I added some rhinestones to the other side of each of those wood beads. It just bothered me that they moved around, so you can do that too. You can find everything you need here at artbeads.com. Thank you so much for watching.